as intervention that will reduce poverty. And as we spoke about yesterday, we're discussing how we can help micro-enterprise owners, particularly women micro-enterprise owners, escape poverty. We establish the reason there is still in poverty. One of the reasons is because there is they don't have capital to expand their business. So that's what we're discussing today. And what I thought I'll do, as usual, is to go through this with you on the mind map. So as you can see, the mind map on the screen, in order for us to do this, we've established what the problem is. Access to finance is one of the problems. But there are various problems we established yesterday. So today, what we're looking at is the vision. So if you're going to solve a problem, you have to have an understanding of what the current state of affairs is and what the vision that you're trying to change the current state of affairs to. And this process is what we're going to talk through today. So the first thing is the current state. What is the current state? Now, there's an assumption here, as this is just a case, a fictional case, but these assumptions generally fit into access to finance issues. So micro-enterprises, the people we're targeting, they're making insufficient income from the enterprise. The profit that they're making from the enterprise is tied to the volume of transactions that they go through. Difficult increasing capital base. So they start with a certain amount of money and it's been difficult for them to increase it. Merged home and business spending. So because it's a micro enterprise, the little money that they have, it's in cash. So when they spend for business, it's from the same pot. When they spend for their home requirements, it's from the same pot. So they don't separate the two things. No relationship with a formal financial institution. So they don't have a bank account. They don't have a relationship with any formal financial institution. Cost prohibitive service providers. So they need services. They need services like business development services. People that can train them on how to do their business better. People that give them access to technology or some sort of service that can help their business. They don't have, or to access that is very expensive. So that's the current state of affairs. So we need to then have a future state of affairs in order to design an intervention. And so I'm going to rush through here because there's quite a lot of stuff to cover in 90 seconds. So affordable enterprise skills development service. So these people do not have the sophisticated approach to managing the business, especially cash flow when it comes to the business. So they can go for training, but the training are generally more expensive than they can afford. Identity document. This is essentially talking about if you are going to have a bank account, you have to demonstrate that your identity to the financial institution. They have to know their client. So most of these micro enterprises do not have, or micro enterprise owners do not have these identity documents. Better proximity to financial institution. Most of these micro enterprises do not have really good proximity. They're either operating their business or live far away from where financial institutions are. So the nature of the financial institution or the financial services that they require is quite different. Business development services, as we spoke earlier, they don't have good proximity to those people that can help them with their business. They don't have any relationship with financial institutions. So what we want is for them to have increased access to credit finance, supply of goods. So where they buy the goods that they sell in their micro enterprise, we want them to have better access to market, better access to technology tools that can help them in their business. better business, association, access to business associations, because lobbying may help them in growing their business, knowing more, and maybe even enjoying economy of scale with other members of the association. Increased transaction volume, that's what we want. We want them to be able to increase the transaction volume so they can make a bit more money and hopefully lift themselves out of poverty. Increased income from enterprise, as I was just saying, increased income from enterprise. So that's the future state that we're hoping to get for our micro enterprise